Fate's Library Unveiled. The old library was always my refuge, a sanctuary of dusty tomes and whispered secrets, but last week, something changed. As I wandered between the towering shelves, I stumbled upon a book I'd never noticed before, its spine cracked and weathered, titled Chronicles of the Unseen. Curiosity drew me in, and as I opened it, the pages began to shift, ink twisting and reforming into stories of my life that hadn't yet happened. At first, I dismissed it as an odd coincidence, but the details were too precise, too intimate. It spoke of events that would unfold in the coming days, each tale more unsettling than the last. Acting on a whim, I decided to test the book's predictions. The first story described an encounter with a stranger who would give me a blood-red rose, and sure enough, it happened exactly as foretold. Each subsequent story chronicled increasingly bizarre and horrifying events, leading me to question my own sanity. The library, once a place of solace, now felt like a labyrinth of dread, the air thick with anticipation of the next prediction. My nights were restless, haunted by the certainty that the book knew more about my future than I did. Desperate for answers, I sought out the librarian, an elderly woman with eyes that seemed to pierce the veil of time. When I mentioned the book, her expression shifted from mild curiosity to grave concern. She whispered of an ancient curse, a pact made with forces beyond our understanding, binding the library to the lives of its patrons. The stories, she said, were a warning, a chance to alter the course of destiny, but meddling with fate came at a perilous cost. The final tale was yet to be revealed, and I felt a growing dread of what it might hold. The climax arrived when I dared to read the last chapter. The story described a night like this one, where I'd be sitting alone in the library, the shadows closing in, and a choice that would seal my fate. As I read the final lines, the room grew colder, the lights flickered, and I realized with mounting horror that the book had become a mirror, reflecting a future I was powerless to change. The ink bled off the pages, pooling at my feet, and I understood the library's true nature. It was not just a refuge but a trap, one that I had willingly walked into, and now, there was no escape.